And we're back.
We are back.
The Bantering Boneheads, discussing our favorite pet stories.
Yes, pet stories, man. And we have, gosh.
We have some, not a lot. Let's not.
Well, I could go forever on them, but.
You say you could go forever on everything, and then you never do.
Okay.
We always end up with like.
Forever's really a long time.
Maybe. That's what we get from you.
Yeah, yeah. So who wants to tell the first pet story?
Not it.
Not it?
Nose goes.
Okay. I've had multiple pets over the years.
No, say it ain't so.
Yes. When I was a teenager, we had this dog named Candy. She was
I knew something named Candy, but it wasn't a dog.
She was a Shih Tzu, however you say it. You know, I've always been told I've said that wrong, but hey, it is what it is. But anyway, man, I was probably 13 or 14, and you know what happens with dogs? She went in heat, right? And
I mean, that happens if you don't fix your dogs.
My mom was like, "Do not let this dog go out by herself." I'm like, okay. You know, well, I'm a teenager, and she had to go outside, and I thought, what's 5 minutes? You know,
enough.
What's 5 minutes? I opened the door, let her out. Well, at the house we lived at the time, we had the little porch was maybe a 5x5 porch with steps down. You know, it wasn't nothing huge. And man, that dog had not been out, I don't think, a minute, and I could be off on my time. And I'm in the living room, and I hear, I'm like, what in the world? So I open the door, and you know what happens with dogs. So, you know, they had done their thing.
They're stuck together.
Yeah, stuck and turned around backwards, right? Well, this dog that she was stuck to was taller than her, so her back legs were off the ground. Oh. And when I opened the door, it spooked the dog, and it shot down the steps, and she was like, hitting her head every step down, man. And then, you know, a few months later, we had puppies.
So one of my favorite ones actually involves your dog.
The one now?
No.
Wait a minute. No. What?
One of my favorite pet stories involves his dog.
Oh, okay.
Which one? Coco?
Coco, your piece of
that's...
Because she was a Shih Tzu Maltese mix, which is why we call her that.
Yeah, and the brother-in-law that y'all haven't met called her that.
Heather and I were house sitting for you guys for some reason. I don't even remember why. And it was at your old place. Okay. So we're asleep. I at this time we didn't have Sasha, so like I didn't have a dog. I'd never had a dog that slept in the house. So I'm asleep, and this dog was this freaking big.
Yeah, it's like 8 pounds.
And I roll over. That's all I did was roll over, and all I hear is, I threw her straight against the wall.
Poor dog.
It's awful. I felt so bad.
That dog, man, I mean, great dog. Little 8-pound white furball, beautiful.
Loudest animal I've ever met.
But had the breath.
Oh, yeah, that was bad.
Of a freaking dragon.
Wait a minute, is that the one we used to play? Which end is it?
Yes, that's what I was going to talk about, man.
That dog could peel paint, man. It was awful.
Her breath was so bad that literally I think the other end would smell better. So we had that game for all you guys that don't know. I mean, we never really played it. It was always a running joke. So we'd set somebody down and we'd tell them to close their eyes and we was going to play which end is it. You know, which position am I putting in? Which end is it?
That's awful.
Oh, gosh.
That is awful.
Yeah. Go ahead, David.
All right. Mine was from back in my younger days.
Man, that was a long time ago.
You have no idea. They just invented the wheel.
Did they have dogs then? Or was it still coyotes that we were trying to, like, tame?
Did they have dogs then?
Well, you see, after we came off the ark,
there was 2 of them.
Yeah.
And they got... Then there was 7 of us.
Y'all want to hear my story?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Jeez. Oh, gosh. So back in the day...
It's the old age making you forget.
Yeah, back in the day... we had this bus route for our church. Mm-hmm. Well, we were just getting down the road, just had loaded up a couple of the kids, you know. And there was this little Chihuahua. And he decided he was going to chase the bus. Okay, so he's over here in the property, just getting it. Next thing you know, there's this big hole. No, he was running so fast that his chest, boom, and then he fell in.
Oh.
Yeah, and it was funny at a early teens.
You should animate that and insert video here.
Yeah.
Just a little, there it is again. You heard that again?
Okay, I need to eliminate.
All right, we're off topic again. So, did you have another one?
Well, I mean, just all kinds of pet
Do
stories.
you have one that is not a dog?
Well, yeah.
Because I've got one from your house that's not a dog.
Okay, you go for it.
If it involves a cat and a dryer.
Oh, this ain't going to be good.
This cat. So I'll let you tell it.
I can't tell the whole thing. I just know that it happened.
But so I got 3 kids. So my daughter Heather always wanted a cat. And hey, David. She had always wanted a cat. And so we got her one. And it was a beautiful little cat. Little, what was that, a Siamese? Or,
yeah, it looked like it ran into a parked car.
Yeah, it had a flat face, and it was just this color of gray that was really cool. I'm not a cat person, but you want to tell it? Okay.
So I'll tell it as I understand it.
Yes.
You fill in the thing. So Heather had gone to school.
Yep.
And Lisa was doing laundry.
Yep.
And she turned on the dryer and heard...
Yes.
And instead of looking, just went, who the hell put shoes in the dryer? And went on about her day. And then he comes in and he's like, who put shoes in the dryer? And opens it and the cat's just laying there like half dead.
When she handed me the cat, she hollers for me, right? She's like, babe. And I come running in and she's holding it like this. And she puts it in my hands and it's hot to the touch. And that thing's sitting there like this. Got its tongue hanging out. And I'm like... you don't learn this stuff in school. What do you do with a dried cat? So I got something and just started putting water in its mouth. Then it started coming to, and there for about a month that cat loved me, man.
I bet. Didn't want a damn thing to do with Lisa.
Yeah, because man, when they say a cat has 9 lives,
they mean it.
Yes,
oh yeah.
Because I can tell you stories about that cat, and I'll even tell you where it burned up its 8th and 9th life. Which is all right back to back. Maybe I'm gonna tell it, So the cat ends up getting hit by a car and dying. So I see it out in the road, and I'm like, oh crap. Well, Brittany, our other daughter, had went to school when she was telling her friend about the cat dying, and she's like, yeah. She said, my mama's the one that hit your cat. She said we were riding down your street, and she hit the cat. And it didn't kill it. She said she wasn't going to stop, and I made her stop. So what the woman did was back over it to finish it off. That was number 8 and number 9.
Have you ever told your daughter the story?
Yeah, she knows it now.
Okay.
Well,
I'll find out before we let her watch this because I have.
Sorry,
to live
Heather.
with her.
But man, that cat. Oh my gosh. Just these. Yeah, I'm not a cat person. but
so in another life, I worked with animals quite frequently, and one of the animals that highlights my career was a monkey.
Really?
Oh wow,
monkey. You can't have those here because they're not indigenous to the area. So we'd taken it once already and given it back, and she brought it back. And somewhere in her infinite wisdom, she went to visit someone at the hospital, and she brought the monkey with her.
Oh my gosh.
She left it in the car, which fine, but monkeys have thumbs. So this monkey gets out of the car, and we have surveillance camera footage of it running up to the doors, the automated doors, just jumping up down in front of it so the doors open and close. And about that time, the security guard sees it and is like, it's a fucking monkey. So he tries to grab it, gets bit by the monkey. We had this thing in our care for like 3 months while the court case wound itself out. We had to keep it, we had to interact with it 3 times a day to keep it accustomed to humans. So it loved animated movies.
Really?
His favorite movie was Cars. He had a hammock. He was in a room a little bit smaller than this one.
And he had a hammock. I don't even have a hammock.
He had a hammock across the room. Oh, you haven't heard the best part of this yet. And he would run up to you, and he'd literally you know, in all the cartoons, like the monkey climbs up the side of you. Yeah, that's real. They do that. So he'd climb up and like perch on your shoulder, and you just take him down and hurl him across the room into this hammock, and he'd swing. It'd stop. He'd climb down, and come back to do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny, man.
It was fun for about 30 minutes, and then you realize that this thing's basically a 4-year-old that never gets tired.
It never grows up.
Oh, God. You couldn't pay me to have a monkey. He's now in Texas at a
monkey preserve?
Jesus Christ, the term I'm looking for escapes me, but effectively, yes, like a monkey rescue.
I didn't know there was such a thing.
Oh, there's a lot about animals that you don't know and don't want to know.
I mean, I've always been a dog person. You know, our dog now, Archie.
Is a crackhead. Oh, my God.
Yeah, he is wide open, man.
I was like half asleep at your house the other day, and that dude just torpedoed straight into my stomach.
He will jump from the middle of the room. Yeah. And he's jealous. Like me and Lisa. Yeah, me and Lisa, man, one day she'd given me, I was sitting on the couch, or she was sitting on the couch. I don't remember which way it was, but say I was sitting on the couch, and she bent down to give me a hug, and that dog literally comes in and jumps and comes up right in between us. You know, like nobody's getting hugs without me here, you know. And poor little fella, he's getting over a ear infection. He always gets them, and we had to take him to the vet, and they prescribed him antibiotics and steroids. Speaking of prescribe, maybe you should subscribe.
Are you proud of your work?
Yeah.
That was good.
You know, because, hey, we're trying to grow this thing, man.
Here's I don't know if you may know this. I know David doesn't. So last year we had the events that led to me not living in my house for 3 months.
Yeah.
We got moved into an Airbnb, which was like 15 miles from where I normally live. Like not even remotely in the same area. It's day 2 of being there. I'm at work 30 miles away. I don't get off till like 3:30. It's like 2. Heather calls me. I can't find the dog.
Oh, no.
What the hell do you mean you can't find the dog? She goes, I can't find the dog. I'm like, what happened? She goes, I just can't get her come home. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, what the hell am I supposed to do? I'm 30 miles away. But I haul ass home. And when I get there, she's got Nate, and she's like, well, he's got a doctor's or a dentist appointment, so we got to go. Bye. And gets in the car and bails. So I spent 2 hours tracking this stuff. Because here's the thing I have a husky, and huskies are crackheads to the highest power. And when they get loose, they don't stop running until they find Siberia because they want to go back to their homeland. Sasha does this. That's my dog's name. So I corral her with the help of these 5 beautiful children and their mother who were just getting out of the car. I need to send them a Christmas card or something, but finally get her. Took a literal 2 hours. So then I call Heather. I'm like, hey, I've got her. She's fine. We're home. Whatever. She comes home, and I'm like, what happened? So like at my house, I have a fenced-in backyard. So you just throw her in the back. She chills out. It's fine. That house didn't. So anytime she went out, she had to go out on a leash. And I was like, I walked to the back door. I picked up the leash. I opened the back door. I looked down. There was no dog. And I looked at the leash, and I looked at Sasha out on the back porch, and I looked at the leash and just went, fuck. And by the time I realized it, she realized it and went, ooh, now we're playing a game.
Oh, no.
It's awful. It's freaking awful, dude.
Yeah. She's a good dog, though. I got a good grand dog.
She's effectively a 45-pound cat, dude. My mom used to swear that was all she was going to get for the longest time. Was a grand dog.
Yeah, but you finally broke down.
Yeah, don't remind me.
And had a real one, a real baby.
Yeah.
But I guess anybody else got any pet stories? I mean,
I got one more.
Okay.
This here's Susie that everybody affectionately knows as
the linebacker.
Yeah,
that's what that dog is.
Well, let me do this real quick. Okay. Hi, everybody. Susie loves her squeaky toys. Mm-hmm. Well, she's partial to the squirrel squeaky toys. Mm-hmm. Well, anytime we go to the store or whatever, after she has it for a while, she tears it up, and eventually, she winds up getting another one.
Right.
Well, this particular time, which, by the way, I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but on the back of the house, at the back door, we put a doggy door in there.
I was actually going to ask you if she could fit.
She squeezes through, which is a great way to put her on a diet.
Yeah, this is a big dog, guys.
Yeah.
Well, she's a lab pit mix, the personality of a lab. But anyway, she has this fetish about fetish. Again.
There's that word again.
Yeah. She loves chasing squirrels out of the yard. This is the most squirrel-free yard that you can have. All right, well, I told Kim, I said, one day she's going to catch one.
Mm-hmm.
Turns out she did.
Did she get worms?
She got it just enough to where it stopped. And when I walked outside, she was nudging her nose into it, trying to make it squeak. Oh. So I caught her before she completely demolished it.
My dog has captured a few squirrels, but that's not how that story ended with her.
That was just a snack, right?
So I leave for work at the crack of dawn. And normally my routine is like I throw the dog out, I get dressed, bring the dog in. So I let her out, and like I get to the back door is near the back room where I keep my crap, so I don't wake up everybody else in the house at 5 a.m. And I get into the room, and I hear a noise, and I can't recreate the noise, but it's the kind of noise that just makes you go, damn it. So I get dressed, I grab a flashlight, and I go outside. She's caught a rabbit.
Oh no!
Oh wow!
And killed it. And she's running around, just rattling. She will not come to me because she's like, this is mine. I'm going to eat this damn thing. I'm trying to get her. What I didn't realize is I left the back door open.
Oh, no.
And normally when she comes in, the first place she goes is to jump in my bed with Heather.
Oh, no.
I'm at the back of the fence. There's nothing I can do to, like, I see her go in and I just go, oh, shit. I'm trying to get back in there because I'm waiting for the scream of Heather to realize that there's this bloody dead creature beside her. And I have never felt such relief as when I walked to the kitchen and she had just dropped it in the kitchen floor. So now there's just a dead rabbit in my kitchen floor.
Yeah, animals are crazy,
awful,
man. Animals are crazy.
I leave you with a picture. We had a dog come in once that is still the most bizarre pairing that I've ever seen. It was a pit bull mix. Would you like to guess what it was mixed with?
What? Chihuahua?
A Dachshund.
Oh, no.
I swear to you.
An elongated pit bull.
No. Dachshund-sized dog. Normal, long, stretched-out Dachshund-sized dog. Full-size pit bull head.
And it toppled over when it walked.
I don't know how it didn't. I have no idea how it didn't. It's still the most bizarre animal I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Some of the ones that they mix, man, you wonder how is it even possible,
Genetics are a hell of a thing.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But I guess we'll.
Do we want to try this outro again? How's that go again?
Wherever you go,
whatever you do,
stay bona fide.
We got it.